Oh, hey YouTube, what is really good? My name's Vivid Color, coach of the South Texas Sableyes, and this is going to be week number 12 for the APA Season 5. This is the last week of the normal season. Is that what they call it? So this is the last week before playoffs. If we win this, we might make playoffs. I don't really know. I don't understand the math. People were talking about it in the coach chat the other day, and I just didn't keep up because we're just here to have fun. So we are playing Kaycreigh, coach of the LA Spice, the spiciest draft team in all the land, or something to that effect. And I have her draft pulled up here. She has access to Jirachi, Mega Altaria, Gengar, Vaporeon, Shaman, Blaziken, Xurkitree, Absol, Porygon, 2, Aurorus, and Leavanny. So, neat squad. Kay has a lot of really sort of like impactful threats, but I think she only has 1 to 2 ways to get rid of hazards. So hopefully we can get rocks up, get them to stick. Also, it's a little bit on the slower end, so hopefully some of my fast boys will come through. That being said, there's something in my eye and I'm gonna rub it really quickly. Okay. Anyways, and when I said neat squad, I hope that didn't sound condescending. I think Kay's teams have all been terrifying. Like if you look at them, just the core, like the opening core of Jirachi and Mega Altaria is kind of concerning. But I think Mega Altaria and Blaziken are the only potential defoggers, which locks, and I don't think Blaziken's a defogger. I don't even know if it gets defogged, but I don't think it's a good one. Oh my God, there's something in my eye, which either locks Mega Altaria into a more supporting role or potentially maybe just no hazards, which is what I was going with. Anyways, what we're bringing this week to try and combat the LA Spice is this beautiful little Twitch Prime. I don't know why I named it that. I was just looking for like a tech related name when I named this thing, and I just went with Twitch Prime. It's Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch, Earthquake, Toxic with the Shucka Berry. This thing should always live a +3 Earthquake from the Mega Altaria and be able to either revenge with Meteor Mash or Meteor Mash plus Bullet Punch does a decent, I mean, I'm pretty sure Meteor Mash plus Bullet Punch just kills. Something I am worried about is potentially the Cotton Guard set from the Mega Altaria, but I think Toxic also helps out with that. We're bringing the Bulk Up Normalium Z Zeraora, Bulk Up Plasma Fist, Close Combat, Giga Impact. Normalium Z Giga Impact nukes a lot of her team. I mean, we have to make sure the Jirachi is just done and like we're not clicking it on the Gengar, but this set in general just kind of like blasts a hole in everything. It nukes, just Normalium Z Giga Impact nukes a lot of things, so hopefully, you know, we can kind of play around that. I think Zeraora is our in-game Zeraora and potentially this Hydreigon. Hydreigon, Draco Meteor, Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, Flash Cannon, Choice Spec should be punching holes in everything. Here we have the Choice Scarf Moth. Fire Blast, Shadow Ball, Trick Flamethrower. I think I wanted Clear Smog on this set originally, just because I think if she brings Cotton Guard, it presents a lot of problems for my team. But I just ended up going dual fire type moves. Hopefully we don't get bit in the butt for that. If she has Cotton Guard, I'm gonna have to heckin' figure it out, I guess. Mega Pidgeot, it's not really the standard set because we opted to have defog over U-turn. Sticky webs from the Leavanny really threaten me, so I want to make sure that we can keep our speed tiers intact, so I wanted to have a way to defog. Also, just like being able to get rid of rocks and roost back up could be nice, especially if we can switch in on something that we force out. And then we just have the beautiful Nago, this little Eviolite Piloswine. You know, it should be able to reliably get up rocks in the face of anything that isn't a Tauntmon. We should be able to take just about any one hit. The Xurkitree is also really problematic, and this, unless she is packing specifically Energy Ball, this kind of gets around that. And the Xurkitree set I think is like super pressured because it can't really be like Z Hypnosis and Tail Glow, because then she's missing a third coverage move, or if it is that, then one of my other mons can sort of handle it. So it's definitely going to be hard playing around it because I think the Xurk is really threatening, but we've got our outs. Like this obviously can't be touched by a Thunderbolts, and we live a +3 Shadow Ball or Dazzling Gleam if she decides to go with one of those coverage moves and sort of like the double setup set. Anyways, so that's it. That's the sets. Let's get connected to Kay and let's just have a fun match. At this point, you know, if we win, we might make playoffs. I don't even know. If we lose, we definitely don't make playoffs. But either way, let's just get connected. All right, so we're connected. We see that KK brings the Aurorus, which is really surprising to me. I didn't expect that thing even a little bit. Gengar, which I think could be Choice Scarf. The Shaman, the P2 I knew was coming. the Jirachi and the Mega Altaria. So no Xurkitree here is actually, I think, fantastic for me because I just don't have to play around it. I kind of want to lead. I kind of just want to lead the Chandelure. The Chandelure looks pretty good against anything that is not the Gengar, if the Gengar's Choice Scarfed. I could also just lead the Pidgeot, because again, we outspeed almost everything. I could see you leading the Aurorus to get up rocks, which kind of makes me want to lead the Metagross. So let's actually make this play. Because if she just leads the Aurorus to get up rocks, then we could just Bullet Punch it into the next dimension. Potentially. I can't fathom this thing being... I can't fathom it being, I mean, maybe it's Focus Sash, but even still, I mean, I'm sure it has Earth Power, but I probably can't hit my Metagross too super hard. I don't know. Let's just lead the Metagross. The Metagross doesn't look too bad here. If she leads the Gengar, I think that's problematic. I'd have to see if I live, because this thing's kind of like my hard counter to Long. What is this? Long Neck, the Aurorus? Okay, cool. So we got the lead matchup right, and I think we just Bullet Punch, honestly. I really do think we just Bullet Punch. Let's assume this thing gets Earth Power. The Hail, the Snow Warning is going to chip at us. The Earth Power does nothing because I'm Shucka. So I could even Meteor Mash, predicting a switch here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say she's probably Focus Sash. So let's just actually... Does she have an Earthquake switch in? Not really. Not super well. I could just go for the Earthquake, but I'm going to go for the Bullet Punch. She might just stay in and go for rocks. Yeah, okay. Make the right play here. I'm assuming we're going to see a Focus Sash. Almost guaranteed. Yep, there it is. And she's going to get up rocks or click Earth Power. This is my guesses. Sets up Stealth Rocks. That's not great for me. Just because it's not the best thing in the world. We can probably, well, no, if she has any type of speed, she outspeeds. So let's just go for the Bullet Punch again. She's going to sack it off anyways, would be my guess here. This thing was, I guess, almost always like a dedicated suicide lead. So rocks hurt, but it might not hurt too bad. I need to get my Pidgeot in on something that's favorable. Like, get the Pidgeot in on something favorable and just, like, really try to go in with Defog. If she switches into Gengar, I might have to make the big play of just going out in a Mega Pidgeot here. Or do I? Do I just go for... The Gengar looked really good as a Scarfer, which a Shadow Ball would probably kill because I'm at 165. Let's see. 165. All these chords are atrocious. There's so many chords from the 3DS, from my mouse. Like, I have the hardest time setting up the battle, I swear. Okay. Yeah, so... The Shadow Ball has... I guess the Shadow Ball can never really... I mean, it can kill, but it's not looking great. Okay, so what do I do against this thing? I think I just click Toxic, right? Like, we just click Toxic versus this thing and see what she wants to do. If it outspeeds us, I guess we know that she has some speed investment. It just seems like getting a... I didn't see if this thing... I didn't see what ability... Like, what its ability was. Foul play. Oh, that's a good play. I didn't think this through. That's not fun. How did I miss this? How did I... This Metagross is dead. Do I just stay in and get the damage off? This Metagross can't check anything anymore. The Bullet Punch still is probably worth keeping it, especially if I can get in and get rocks off the field. So let's go... Let's check a Porygon set. Porygon 2. I always forget this thing gets access to things like Foul Play. So assuming I go into Hydreigon here, that doesn't look too great. I could go, yeah, this isn't fantastic for me. It's not fantastic for me. How much does Metagross do to you if I just click Meteor Mash? Not much. Mega Pidgeot. We're not doing anything to you. Yeah, this thing's a problem. Yeah, this thing is a problem. Okay. I probably should have always switched out here. Okay, so the Meteor Mat or the Bullet Punch makes me want to save it, but I just don't know. I have to really think about this. I think I just have to get damage off on it and come in with a clean switch in, which sucks. And I can always hope she overpredicts. Okay, so dodging the Meteor Mash in the like long term probably isn't going to have too much effect on the game. It just sucks. All right, so my Metagross didn't really do too much. I mean, it toxic to the Porygon, which is good. It puts the Porygon on a timer, which is good. Like that part's good. But everything else kind of sucks. I can go out into Ghidorah here. And how much do we take from an Ice Beam? It'd take a lot. And we wouldn't even two-shot. That's the problem. I go out into Nago here and set up my own Stealth Rocks. That didn't seem fantastic. I think that has to... No, I can't use that because that's another one of my checks to his Mons. Okay, let's look at... let's look at Zero Aura here. Foul Play looks like it would do 37 to 45% to me. If my attack was boosted and my defense were boosted, it's still roughly the same amount. Okay, I guess this is fine. Like, it's not... This isn't ideal. I would say this is not ideal. But I think this is probably the play. How much is Close Combat doing? Oh, we could just try to Close Combat kill it. She's taking 2 turns of Toxic, so what's that? 6 and 12%? So she's lost 18% total. Putting her at 82. 82%. Close Combat is a 6.3 chance to OHKO from this range. That's not great. And, I mean, we know nothing about this thing's spread. Like, actual nothing. Okay. So, I guess the play here is to just click Plasma Fists. I don't see any point in bulking up, right? Actually, I'll click the bulk up. It raises my defense. I don't know what she's going to click. She could just switch out here. If she switches out into the Mega Altaria, that would be good for me. She could be predicting the Close Combat, so let's click the bulk up here. This is like the offensive play, I think. Is like trying to force the switch on the Porygon and then hopefully getting off an attack on something. Now, if she just stays in and clicks Foul Play, that's kind of like the God Read. I mean, it's not the God Read. It's really just like the good play, right? If she goes for Toxic, I think that's also fine. We're faster than any non-boosted threat on her team, like 100%. But the Gengar looks like it could be Choice Scarfed, which is not great. Kind of problematic. Not fantastic. I actually like can't switch out the Hydreigon. I can't switch the Hydreigon into... She stays in or switches out. She withdraws. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So what is this thing? Chonker. Interesting. How much is a bulk up doing to a Shaman? Let's assume you're an offensive Bubba. All right, it looks like Giga Impact has a chance to kill this thing, so let's just get it out of the way. Just go for the Breakneck Blitz. Let's make the play. If she switches out into Gengar here, I got God Red. Like, if she switches out to Gengar here, she's an actual legend. I guess this thing could also be Scarfed. Would not be fantastic for me. We eat 1 Seed Flare, though, so... We eat 1. Don't be Scarfed. All right, cool. So this thing, unless it's, like, incredibly, incredibly defensive, I think it's just gonna die. No, it has a chance. If it's any type of defensive, it has a pretty good chance to live, so... It's not nearly as, I don't know, this isn't nearly as good of a play as I made it out to be in my head. Please just nuke it. Ugh. How much is Earth Power doing to me? Please tell me this doesn't kill. Okay, cool. Alright, very good. We can definitely just click Plasma Fist now. If she has any type of Scarfer in the back, that gets to come in here, which isn't fantastic. Any type of Scarfer in the back gets to come in. It's okay. I'm just like... I'm low-key worried about the, Gengar. I'm low-key worried about the Gengar being Scarfed. I feel like that might have been the switch-in, though. Right? I feel like that might have been the switch-in if it was Scarfed. I don't know. We'll see what the Gengar does if it switches in. If she actually has no Scarfs, then we're in, I think, the best possible position. Because we definitely get to chunk something else, and it's gonna hurt. We get to chunk something else, and it's not going to be good. Like, the Porygon 2 could switch in, I guess, but we just kill it with a close combat from this range. Okay, so the Shaman's down. The Auroras is down. This thing's definitely scarfed, right? If she just hard switches in, I can just play the Scarf Raid here. What does she scarf herself into, though? That's the question. I think I just... Do I just let Zeraora go down here? What is Zeraora good against at this point? It's not fantastic against the Rachi. It's not fantastic against the Rachi. It's good against the Porygon 2, but the Porygon 2 is toxic. So it seems reasonable. And it's not fantastic against the Galtaria since I already blew my Z move. I guess we just go for the Plasma Fist and see what she locks herself into. Because switching out, yeah, okay. Switching out is like, it's like a crapshoot. I mean, like, I always could have made the Piloswine play predicting Sludge Bomb. But I feel like that's not great. All right, let's see what a Mega Gengar does. Well, it's not a Gengar, it's a Scarfed. Or it's not a Mega Gengar. What am I talking about? Okay. So Sludge Bomb does... Oh, that was Sludge Bomb, not Sludge Wave. Okay, so we always kill... how much does this do to Pidgeot? A ton. It kills, probably. Hydreigon? It does way more than I want it to. Like, way, way more than I want it to. She doesn't have a switch in Hydreigon, though, which is neat. Piloswine, I think, is just, like, basically has to be the best play here. Because Piloswine eats this hit. And the Sludge Wave does about 33%. 33% to my Chandelure. Okay. So, the Piloswine's the play here. I could have gone out into Piloswine and we could always eat two poison type attacks, but it just didn't feel worth it. All right, so I'm actually going to go for the Icicle Spear, I think. Because Ice Spear into Ice Shard always kills, or it should always kill, presumably. Right? Or do I just click Rocks here? Predicting her to switch. I think I just go for the Icicle Spear. Or I guess we just go... The safe play is Earthquake. If she switches into her Mega Altaria here, I'll feel really dumb that I didn't click Icicle Spear. Because we could have just, like, actually killed this thing. Killed the Mega Altaria. Like, before it became a threat. Icicle Spear should be fine against the Mega Altaria either way, though. I don't know. I'm kind of regretting not clicking Icicle Spear. Because Ice Spear plus Ice Shard always kills the Mega Altaria either way. And then, what does Earthquake do to Porygon 2 if it's, like, pretty defensive? I don't think she can let this thing drop, right? It just seems too good. Yeah. It's not going to the Mega Altaria and make me feel dumb. Okay, so just into the Porygon. That's fine. Earthquake should do about 26 to 31% if she's, like, relatively defensive, but not all the way. Okay, so this thing should die next turn if she doesn't go for Recover, and Foul Play looks to not do much to me. Okay, cool. I'm gonna click Icicle Spear. It does potentially less damage, but Icicle Spear, if she doesn't go for Recover... Okay, so she does go for Recover. It has the potential to do more damage, and it's just like racking up toxic damage at this point. Like, I don't think this really matters in the long run. I think this thing's gonna die. If we can get even 3 hits, then we almost equal our Earthquake damage, but any more than that, obviously, and it starts really, really racking up. All right, so I think we just do it again, right? I guess maybe revealing Icicle Spear wasn't the GOAT play. What is her play here? Just go for Foul Play? I think I just switch into Hydreigon here. She doesn't have a fantastic switch into it. Right? This is a close game. It's a lot closer than I wanted it to be. Actually, I don't think I can switch into Hydreigon. Man, this is a rough game. All right, I'm going to go for the Icicle Spear. Uses Return. This shouldn't do too much, right? Yeah, okay. Like, we can take some chip, but we shouldn't... We should actively try not to take a ton. 2, 3... If we can get, I think, 2 more hits. No. What is this going to put you at? Okay. I'm gonna switch into the Chandelure here. Actually, no, that just like baits in the Gengar, which isn't fantastic. Let's just go for the Ice Shard, right? It should, in theory, kill. In theory, quote unquote, please. Oh my God. Okay, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Oh, I should have went for Earthquake last turn. Okay. So what does she have left in the back? Gengar, Mega Altaria, Jirachi. If she goes for a turn again, I think I just kind of want to... No. All right. Let's just click the... Let's click Earthquake here. And just like secure the kill. And just get it over with. I don't know. I think I'm not making the most optimal plays here. It's been a little rough. Been a little rough around the edges. What's my line against this Gengar, though? I think that's a big problem. So this Gengar Scarfed is something I was, like, incredibly afraid of coming into this battle. If I can get her to lock into, I don't know, the Gengar I feel like is gonna just, like, end me at some point. I feel like the Gengar is just gonna end my career. Dang. Just withdraws. Please don't go into Mega Altaria. She can't. She can't go into Mega Altaria. Oh yeah, this thing's taking a massive hit. We picked our spot on this Earthquake, boys. Oh no. Does Ice Shard kill this thing? Oh man, let's look at a Jirachi set. Oh my goodness. All right, let's just assume. So Earthquake, Ice Shard should do 9 to 10%. Please, this would be game changing. Please don't live on like 1 health. Yes. We really picked, I don't know if the crit mattered. We really picked our spot on the Earthquake. Oh no. Oh, I low-key feel really bad about that. I mean, again, I think this Mega, I keep saying Mega. I think this Gengar is still like relatively problematic for me. Because there's not like a ton I can do to it in all reality. Like I cannot speed it with anything. It's just like predicated on K not locking into Shadow Ball, I think. Because I should be able to take any one hit with a Chandelure. What I'm saying is I'm going to need to force a situation between Chandelure and I think Mega Pidgeot where she can't lock into Shadow Ball, essentially. And it's going to be her last Mon. My voice just cracked there. Okay. So the Porygon 2 seems kind of like the obvious switch in here. In my opinion, I think it seems like the obvious switch in. Oh, okay. I just need the Gengar dummy thick. Okay, so she goes on to Mega Altaria. This is a bold line because I just click Icicle Spear every time. I click Icicle Spear every time, and the combination of Icicle Spear twice or Ice Spear, like a 5-hit Ice Spear, has a potential. I mean, it depends on the set here. Super depends on the set. If she's a more specially invested set, then we should live 1 hit for sure. Like, we should definitely live 1 hit. Let's see what happens if it's like supporty. Like if they're full defense, Icicle Spear on 3 hits won't do much. Hill Bell. Oh, that's smart. So she's just like kind of sacking this thing. It's definitely a supporting set. I mean, it's gonna have Roo, so it's not. I shouldn't say like, is she sacking it? Oh, that's good damage. 2. So this thing's definitely not fully defense invested. There's no way. We just go for it again. It's just her switch-ins to this are so limited. Having Zeraora dead, though, does mean that we just don't have a great switch-in. So, see, I think this is kind of problematic, too, right? Because what if I just get the 5 Icicle Spear here? 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I think this thing's just gonna die. Yep. All right, I think we've kind of like pressed the issue at this point. I think we've pressed the issue with Piloswine at this point. That turn where I switched it up and went for Earthquake really paid off. It really came through. Oh my goodness. This is kind of like a random, like, I mean, I can't even like take credit for that being like a read or like a sick play. I just been clicking mono icicle sphere because I wanted to maybe, you know, get that, because if I get 4 hits on icicle sphere, I do more damage to Porygon than if I click earthquake. So I was like, okay, you know, I don't know, man. So based on, I got 3 spears off and it did, that looks like 70%, right? Which means this thing can't have, I guess what I'm getting at is how much will Ice Shard do? Let's see, let's put the top end of this to 70%. So let's try this. That looks like 70% to me. It looks like way more than 60. I don't know. I think I just click Ice Shard here. I mean, either way, 2 Ice Shards is gonna kill, right? So I just click Ice Shard here. Okay. Yeah, we super press the issue here. We super press the issue with Piloswine. I think the Heal Bell was maybe aggressive. The Porygon probably was kind of dead weight. I think there was like a line here where Mega Gengar just won the game, but again, just like randomly clicking Earthquake is kind of what saved me. It's kind of what really let me pop off here. I think we can just click EQ. Our Piloswine has gone most of this game unscathed. Most of this game, Piloswine has not had too much to worry about. I don't even think, I mean, we know this thing's scarfed 100%. So he can't lock into she can't lock into Shadow Ball. Oh, she does. So that, we just win, right? Like, I think this is just like an unfortunate circumstance. I didn't know if this would kill anyways, but the EQ should wrap up the game. All right. Oh man, clicking, like switching it up and clicking Earthquake really changed the entire dynamic of this game. Like, I really feel like I probably didn't, I was so pressured. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna click Earthquake, because it would have been like Jirachi switching into my Piloswine on an Icicle Sphere was like a really good play, and I'd been clicking Icicle Sphere, and I can't even like say like, oh yeah, I was training her, or you know, because that's like a thing, right? Like you say like, oh, you're trying to like influence your opponent to make a play because I always make this play. I was just clicking Icicle Sphere because it prevented basically every switch in, not thinking about the Jirachi, and then I switched it up, and man, I don't know. That was like a nuts, I don't know, it was just a nuts turn. Anyways, great game to Kay. Definitely go check her out. She's actually a fantastic streamer, fantastic YouTuber. I was talking to some friends of mine the other day, and Kay is honestly, like, if you ever watch her streams, she's just one of the really good entertainers in this space. So if you're looking for someone entertaining, she plays a lot of the trading card game, Pokemon the trading card game on Twitch. Links are in the description down below. Definitely go watch her side of the battle, because again, her battles are just incredibly entertaining because, I don't know, Kay's just goofy. So definitely go check out Kay. We have a 4-0, which I think takes us to 6-6. So we've won 6 matches, lost 6 matches. I don't know if we make playoffs. I guess if we do, I'll make an announcement next week, and you'll see that. Our playoff game won't go up until the week after, though. So thank you so much for watching. Definitely go check out Kay's side of the battle once again. Good games to Kay. I really feel like the only reason I won is because I randomly switched to Earthquake, and it wasn't on a prediction. It was just on a whim. So definitely go check out Kay's battle. Good games. Leave a like if you're enjoying, you know, the battles. Leave a comment, and you can tell me how absurdly lucky I got. If you type something pretty derogatory and rude, I promise I will heart your comment and pin it. The first person who just tells me, wow, you really didn't get that prediction right, you just kind of made a play for no particular reason and it paid off, you shouldn't have won this game. Anyone who comments that, I will heart your comment and I will pin it. And you know, definitely, you know, subscribe if you are enjoying content, like the video, comment. I think we've gone through all the YouTube things. Follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to, you know, get that Twitter following up. Also, I just got announced in the season 4 or 5. I don't really know what we're calling it. I think it's season 4. Season 4 of the WBE. That's exciting. It's on Twitter. So if you want to keep up the WBE summer season, it's gonna be sick, and you should definitely go follow the WBE Twitter. Follow all the coaches and expect announcements for that soon. We're currently drafting, so you know it's a little bit hush hush, but we just got announced officially on Twitter, so get excited because now we're in, you know, the big league. It's not just like the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee version of the league. It's like the big league. Anyways, whatever. Love you. Thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute most. My name is Vivid Color. I'm kind of done here, and I gotta leave.